And the great news is, for those of us wanting rain, which is just about all of us, the May outlook has trended much wetter than it looked a couple of weeks ago when we were looking for a near normal May. Now, May is usually our wettest month of the year anyway, so near normal would still be wet. But now the odds are leaning in our favor for a wetter than normal May. And those odds of a wetter than normal May go up and up as you head closer to the Texas Panhandle. But just about all of Texas leaning or likely wetter than normal for the month of May. The temperature outlook has also changed from what it was a couple of weeks ago. A couple of weeks ago, the May outlook for temperatures from the Climate Prediction Center was warmer than normal for the entire state. Now it's only leaning warmer than normal from the metro eastward. It's actually looking like near normal temperatures for May along and especially west of 35. So some positive news there for those of us that don't want it to be too hot in May and would love some May rainfall, which we so desperately need. A reminder, this is what is normal in May. We average with highs in the low 80s at the beginning of the month, low 90s at the end of the month. Lows go from the 60s to the low 70s. And if we get average rainfall in May, that would be 5.04 inches. But remember, we're looking wetter than normal for May, so we could think more than that. By the way, on KXAN.com, I updated the blog I first wrote 2 weeks ago with all the brand new information that we got today on that new May outlook. It's in the weather blog section. Our wettest month. Will May live up to the hype? That's on KXAN.com right now. All right, we're already seeing some rain and storms mostly north of us on this final day of April. There's a stationary front here that's keeping most of the wet weather north of the front. And then we also have a dry line out to the west of us that's going to attempt to push eastward as we wrap up the afternoon into the early evening. There's some activity trying to develop in portions of San Saba and Lampasas counties right now, and that may be the beginnings of a few more storms as we head into this evening. I'll tell you this, none of our computer models are handling this perfectly, so we're going to lean on the one that's doing what we think is the best job so far, and that's this particular model. You can see by 5 o'clock, it's picking up on that storm and shower activity that's already brewing now in parts of San Saba and Lampasas County. So it's doing the best job with the current situation. And as we take this forward, 6, 7 o'clock, we start seeing storm possibilities growing at least a little bit in parts of the hill country, possibly even the northern metro, meaning you, Williamson County. Then we go into the evening, and this cluster of storms may start to clip the northern metro, even Travis County, as we get closer to the late evening hours, if this round of storms and downpours continues to hold together. So our opportunities for wet weather may continue to slowly go up as we head into this evening. Now, we're not 100% buying this particular solution, but we're leaning on it. So we think about 40% of central Texas gets rain and storms this evening and overnight. And some of those storms may actually carry past midnight if this solution verifies. We do think drier weather for the most part takes over by daybreak, just a low 10% rain chance at that point. Otherwise, morning clouds give way to a mix of sun and clouds. Should have way more sun tomorrow than today, but it may lead to more storms popping up late afternoon and into the evening. Notice 3:30 tomorrow afternoon, the early signs of storms, and then these storms may grow in coverage as we head through your Thursday evening and night. And some of these storms may be strong or severe. So rain chances tonight at 40%. So certainly it's the type of weather we want you ready for, but it's not a guarantee that you get the storms where you are. Overnight will be warm again, overnight lows of 70. We'll get up to 92 here tomorrow. Another day with a 40% rain or storm chance, most likely late afternoon and into the evening. The severe weather threat tomorrow is actually a bit higher than today. It's a 2 out of 5. Large hail, damaging wind being the primary concerns there. It does drop to a 1 out of 5 in portions of the hill country. And then the rain coverage goes even higher for Friday. 70% from the late afternoon into the nighttime. Rain chances dropping somewhat on Saturday. Our main concern for Friday, while there is a low severe weather risk, it's actually going to be for flash flooding. A 2 out of 4 flash flooding threat already in place for Friday afternoon and night. We're thinking at least ½ an inch to 1.5 inches of rain through the end of Friday night, but there could be some localized 2 or 3 inch amounts, and that may cause us some problems, even though we do need the rain. Here's a look at our first warning weather 7-day forecast. The cold front that comes through Friday does cool us off into the upper 70s Saturday. A few showers and storms Saturday morning and early afternoon, but turning a little drier on Sunday, just a low 10% rain chance. That's up to 20% Monday, but much wetter weather coming in Tuesday and Wednesday.